worst week to have long hair.
Your hair's long?
It's like getting the curl.
You had like you were going for the curlies for a while? Oh, that's the winter fit. Got it. Got it. Let's go live, y'all. Let's do that. Let's go live. How is everybody doing? What is up, YouTube side? You guys are always so far ahead of me. Look at that. Jessica Benjamin, because sworn YouTube gave you the time set to where you're apparently not, since you were confused, didn't pop up an hour ago. Oh, I think I know what happened, Jessica. I didn't schedule this stream until an hour ago. You probably got the notification whenever I created the event in YouTube Studio, and that like pushed a notification to you that there was a live stream today, but you probably like got that notification and acted on it right away, thinking it was a reminder that it was happening now. I haven't scheduled any of the August streams yet, and today, about an hour ago, I was like, oh shit, I still need to schedule today's stream. That's when I did it. It's probably when you got the notification. That's what I'm thinking. How is everyone doing? Kitty and Puppy says, my favorite songs are oldies. That's okay. You got a specific fave? What's up, Dark Lord? Perfect timing. Jumped right in. Hey, Anna Hartman and Rock Wolf already throwing down the gifts. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Wish I could make this like promo message from TikTok go away. It's taking up half my chat. Go away! Maybe if I click it, it'll... Nope, still doesn't go away. Nope, it's just there. Just won't go away. Look at that. Tracy, not ready for school to start tomorrow? Yours starts tomorrow? Alicia, I'm sorry. Catch it after the fact. K-pop this summer? Oh, Song of the Summer became Butter by BTS, Ryan. So yeah, you get into a situation where whatever the kids are listening to, you're forced to listen to as well. Yeah. Dark Lord, you're going to be on TV for the BBQ truck? Nice! Heck yeah, there's a new BBQ joint that just opened in town, and he's a really good chef that opened it, and I'm like, we got to try it out. I didn't have lunch today. I should have had that. Mackenzie's at the BTS concert right now. Look at that. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Enjoy all your freedom. Once again, enjoy your adventurous life. 25 days till your kid is home, Callie? That's bonkers. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, we've got this week, we don't have any of the teens, just Navy, and that's wild enough. Certified Brat fave songs are It's All Over by Dreamgirls, and If I Were a Boy, Beyonce. Interesting. Body to Body BTS. We got a lot of BTS going on for the fave songs here. A lot of them. Whose birthday is it? Lee, happy gosh second birthday to ya. Nice. Who else is celebrating birthday right now? I don't think I have a song of the summer. Hey, Mama PB, thanks so much for the gold coin. Appreciate that. There's a new Evanescence album, Akasha. I didn't know. They were still kicking. I will have to check it out. I was in like a Sleep Token 6-month run where pretty much that's all I was listening to. I exited that, and I have been jazz. I have been like jazz standards. Like Clark Terry has been my go-to. And I've just been absorbing like all the jazz standards. And it's like unlimited. Mackenzie, happy late birthday to you. Tammy, your daughter turns 32 tomorrow. Happy gosh, happy birthday to her. Stray Kids, Precious says. Stray Kids all the way. New Jeans Hype Boy, Gold Danny says. Oh, Shauna, thanks for these sparkles. People Are Crazy by Billy Currington, Uncle Duck says. Whirlwind Travel by Aeronova. We got a lot of, it's all over the place. Shadow Beloved, great group with lots of great music. Interesting. There is, can't remember the name of it. Tomorrow X Together. K-Poppy's in the chat today. Indeedly do. Let's say hello to Tater.
Hello.
What up? Bad Omens. Okay. Bad Omens and oh wait. No, I can't remember. Sorry.
I haven't listened to music in months.
Oh, your audiobook.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I wouldn't survive without music.
I drove 4 hours yesterday and was nothing but straight audiobook. So that's my song of the summer.
Navy was headphoned up in her own entertainment. You got to show them the sweatshirt.
Oh,
Rough life.
oh, that's my day.
Don't hurt yourself. Rough life.
Trying to see the bottom. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. You get the drift.
Rough life.
Ugh,
Rough life.
it's so cute.
Trigger warning, falling in reverse, and malice, bad omens have been on your mind by my sign name. Nice. There is a. I cannot freaking. I'll remember it at some point. I'll post it in the Facebook group when I do finally remember it.
Is it Jaws Abbey or Joe's Abbey?
Joe Sabby is what I think.
Oh, Joe Sabby.
I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I said.
That the '90s boy band songs. Every time they come on, I'm like, it's such a jam. Like, it just feels good in your soul. And Navy listened to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and she was like, "What is this?" And then she was like, "I love it." And I was like, "Me too. It's so good."
That was like the birthplace of K-pop. I mean, it kind of seems like they've taken that poppy group approach and like that it revived it, right? The scratching mic, with the shirt on it.
Well, it's like a dog. The dog scratched the mic.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Um,
That'll ask your girl happy upcoming birthday to you.
Dusty and Tony behaved themselves.
Totally. Monday night? Yeah, totally. And then we recorded offlines earlier today. We might have behaved ourselves.
Those were pretty good.
I cut like the first 3 or 4. I know, yeah.
He's picking up my slack.
QOD is what's your summertime song? Your song of the summer. Is it Donut Day? Hot damn. Akashi, happy upcoming birthday to you as well. Listen to a crime podcast called Red Handed. Ash, we've talked about doing true crime. We've talked about it. I still would like to do it.
I like
Twins are
Joe
gonna be
Sabby.
16.
I like it.
What do you like?
She said she made it up and don't really say it out loud, but I was like, Joe Sabby sounds good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's quirky.
It was questionable Monday. What, Cindy Lou? What? Sanctuary and Rapture Evanescence. Oh, but there's a lot of Evanescence fans in the hizzy today.
Navy brought her Cindy Lou doll today while wearing a Halloween outfit. I'm like, work it, girl.
She's full-blown Halloween outfit, and it's adorable.
She goes, "I'm going to get on the live today." And I was like, well, actually,
shut down today.
I was like, actually, you can't. And she's like, because of the notification. And I was like,
yeah,
literally because of the notification. Yes. And, but she was, the little hair flip. And she was like, I wore my Halloween outfit. And I was like, I know.
That's why she wore it.
Yeah. She's very, very into Halloween this year. Like as soon as the 4th of July was over, she's like, let's go Halloween shopping. And I was like, well, everything is still expensive right now. I'm going to need to wait for the sales.
I blame your sister because she one of those, she was talking about those. They have these multicolor kind of disco ball mirror ghosts at Michael's. They're like huge. They're so
expensive.
This tall, but they're made of like fragments of like colored mirrors, and they're kind of rainbowy.
She wants one so bad, and I'm like, well,
they're crazy expensive.
They're so expensive.
Where are we gonna put it in the off season? That's the question.
Akasha, me too. It like scratches my brain in like such a soothing way.
What does?
The audiobook.
Oh yeah.
Like something about it. It's like
it
tunes out my like background, like the
quiets the voices.
Yeah, the voices in my head.
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it, but I need like a rhythm. You know what I mean? I need something that is.
I was reading.
I don't know that I could do audiobooks.
I was reading about it today, and it was saying that some people like to speed them up. Because
like 2 times speed or 1.5 times speed.
Then some people find themselves unable to focus on audiobooks and need the rhythm of music.
Yep.
But it was saying like what works for different things. So
I need the rhythm.
But when I read books, I get way too distracted. So it's like I can be doing something and then also like listening at the same time, and it helps me focus out the other stuff. So
it keeps the squirrel busy.
Yeah, the long drive, and that way the other drivers aren't pissing you off. Like you're really focused on just what you're doing. And
who is narrating the audiobook that you're listening to right now? Do you know?
No, well, it's a full cast.
Oh, okay. She's listening to the full cast one.
So
yeah, the freaking Halloween.
I wouldn't speed it up though, not for me, anyways. I don't think.
Speaking of music,
that would be too much for me.
Yeah, it would. I
like the slow pace.
And you get the full acting experience, especially on the full cast one when you're listening at normal speed. Let me bounce back to QOD for just a moment. Speaking of music, we got some new music here on QOD and on our celebration scene that you'll hear later. It's a little jazzy. Went a little bit of a jazzy angle here. I'm in a jazzy mood. I can't hear it either, but it's there. Tater is reading the Harry Potter audiobooks. You are on book 5 now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just finished 4.
I know I do not agree.
Do not agree with what? Oh.
I don't like her.
Okay.
But I do love it.
We won't go there. We won't go there.
Like, you have to say that.
Yeah, so Tony and I were having this conversation, and it might be too soon, and this might be insensitive, but it is pretty crazy that that TikTok will shut down our bringing Navy on so quick, but have let some super questionable things that shouldn't have been let go on linger for 35 minutes. Crazy. A lot of crazy stuff in the world, right? A lot of crazy stuff. Song of the summer. I don't have a specific song. I just have jazz. And I have specifically Clark Terry. I can shuffle Clark Terry and I'm good. I don't typically do that. I will. I've got a whole big playlist, but jazz standards all over it. All over it.
That's very TikTok.
Yeah, that is, Queen Unicorn. Yep. Facebook's the same way. It's like, we didn't take anything down. Ash says, if you like fantasy, I can send you some recommendations. Tater.
Yeah, when I'm gonna need. I love the full cast thing. Like, that's my jam. So whenever probably 60 to 90 days, I'm gonna need all the recommendations.
Have you listened to the audiobook for Piano Man?
I have not, but I will. I'll listen to it next.
I don't expect you to read that.
I'll listen to it.
The last thing you want to hear is my voice.
I could listen to it on a drive back and forth to Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like a.
Yeah, if it was someone else narrating it, maybe. But you hearing my voice, you just be like, I can't get away from this dick. Ugh. All right, let's go ahead and dive in here. Coming up, we have stories about family pictures without the whole family, disagreements over dismantling trampolines. Been there recently. Unwelcome dogs ruining Airbnbs, refusing to use someone's name, not covering for coworkers, stealing RVs, blowing kids' college fund on a car and lying about it, and some sweet but sugar-free petty revenge. Sugar-free? There are no specific gift goals today. We're just going with the flow, but we will have goals set and shout out gifters as we see them. Right now, we've got the blue trumpety kind of thing. Minions, Dead with the Go Popular, and the Heartbeat, Karen Shaper Cutter, Emma, Karen Shaper Cutter again, Roxy Pox, Queen Unicorn, MX Banners, Malin, Charlie Diego, Grandma Shark, Angie, Aunt Sue, Dizzy Blue Eyes, White Buddy, Jessica Ann, Twin Aries, Mom, Victoria, Precious, Sarah, Adriana, Crystal Museum Girl, that Alaska Girl, Cindy, Lou, Precious again, Talatiana, Dylan, Spray Drop, the Hunter Bolt, Fran, with the High Bear, Spicy Calico Cat, Fane, Allie Bean, Fran again, Callie, thank you guys so much. Appreciate the love. And remember, check out the weekly compilations of never before heard or seen stories that we record offline. We did next week's earlier today, so we're double doozy in it today. We're going to continue posting those weekly. Remember, don't start none, won't be none. No spoiling stories above all, or you'll get muted, if not booted from the stream. Get out your gosh, your boobs.
That was cool. Drum kit.
Oh, nice. Chuck the drum pop.
That was cool.
Heck yeah. I saw they've got like a full band worth of instruments on there. Thank you so much. Pet Family, Hortensia, Shadow Wolf, Kelly Bree. Thank you. It's your first time through TOG? Huh? Oh, gotcha. Hey, playing the horn now, Pet Family. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's dive in. Ooh, I pressed a button I shouldn't have pressed. Am I the astronaut for taking family pictures without my son's wife? Not a lot of context to go on here. I'm going to dive right in. Am I the astronaut for taking family pictures without my son's wife? On a throwaway with fake names, I, 50 female, used my youngest daughter's senior pictures to take updated family pictures.
Automatic asshole. Automatic.
This happened last September, but I just found out that this made my daughter-in-law angry. We, husband 47 and Daisy 17 and Penny 20, don't get along with my son Ted's 29 wife. Let's call her Jeanette 37. We do keep the door open with Ted, but for now it's closed with Jeanette. This was the status of our relationship with Jeanette before we took these pictures. Ted knew about the pictures about a month before because I bought everyone jeans and white t-shirts. I didn't know until last weekend is that Ted didn't tell Jeanette about the pictures until the day before, and that made her mad. I don't know if Jeanette ever saw them before this week. I didn't start using them until we were getting the house ready for Daisy's graduation party. In addition to the family photos, I also had Ted, Penny, and Daisy take sibling photos. Don't worry, Daisy got plenty of pictures by herself. I absolutely love all the pictures, even if I did hijack Daisy's senior pictures to get them. Daisy is still peeved about that, but agrees the pictures are fabulous. The last time we took studio family pictures was right before Ted graduated from high school 11 years ago. I have the old pictures framed with the new family picture hung underneath it. Recently, Ted and Jeanette threw themselves a 4th anniversary vow renewal that they spent a year planning. This was their 3rd wedding. Their initial courthouse ceremony and then a wedding 6 months later. After the vow renewal ceremony, Jeanette asked to speak with me in private. I obliged her, and during that discussion, among other things, she let me know she was upset she wasn't included in the family pictures we took. She saw them because she had to pick up Ted from our house, and the family pictures are hung on a wall you can see from the side windows by our front door. I told her that those were Daisy's senior pictures, and they didn't have anything to do with her. She said that I took family pictures without Ted's family. I replied to Jeanette if she wanted professional pictures with Ted, she was free to take professional pictures with Ted. Jeanette felt, as Ted's wife, I should not be taking any of my family pictures without her included. I don't think I was wrong, but her reaction legit surprised me, especially since that's one of the first things she brought up. I do think that I'm the asshole for agreeing to that conversation in the first place and not ending it when I realized it wasn't going well. That wasn't the time or place, and I do regret going against my better judgment on that. Let's talk for a minute, and then we'll read the update in the comments from OP. Thoughts, Tater?
I can't get over the fact that you hijacked your daughter's senior picture to do family photos. Like, that should have been...
As a former photographer, I'm pissed on your photographer's behalf.
Right? I wonder if she knew about it before.
If the photographer did, I highly doubt it.
Or if
Given
you
what we
just showed
know
up in
about
your
OP so
white
far.
shirt
No,
and
she showed
jeans.
up with a whole fucking color-coordinated, matchy-matchy white and denim family and was like, oh, while we're here, while you have the camera out, while we're in this scene, like, that's not going to be 100 more pictures I have to edit.
The photographer was like, I knew it when they all showed up in the same outfit. I knew it. I don't... Obviously, like, that's not what OP is asking, but still.
Doesn't matter.
You should not have done that. So you're already an asshole for that. And specifically because Daisy is still upset about the fact that you did this. Shame. Like, the daughter it was supposed to be her senior pictures is pissed off about it. So, like, you're already on asshole platform. How do you feel about the daughter not being included? If you took family photos with your family and it was just the siblings, that's not something that I would be upset about. Like, that's your mom's kids. Like, you're her kids. And, like, I wouldn't be upset about that if she excluded. And it doesn't sound like they're good on terms. Like, they don't like each other.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it's just her. It's like, wife doesn't like the whole family, so why would she want to be included in those photos when she doesn't like the whole family? Like, but that's me. I wouldn't be upset if you took family photos with your family and it was just you, mom, dad, siblings, like that.
If that was a planned thing that way.
Yeah, that part doesn't bother me. I think what probably bothers OP's daughter-in-law is the fact that she doesn't get along with them. She doesn't feel included in the family. And doesn't feel recognized as this son's wife. She's
specifically excluded.
Right.
How about when she, so daughter-in-law, sees the pictures hanging on the wall, and then OP hears like, oh, those are Daisy's senior photos. Really? Because the whole fucking family's in them.
Wait. They said they didn't have family photos since the son graduated, which means she hijacked
his too?
Did she hijack his senior photos or his graduation photos?
My gosh, their family photographer I feel so bad for
Okay,
them.
but it is what it is with mother-in-law. I don't think that's going to change. I'm going to circle this all back around to the husband who knew about the photos for a month,
And didn't tell her
his
till the day
wife,
before.
didn't tell her till the day before, and knew how it would bother her. He had to have known. So for
He
all
didn't
of
tell her
that,
because he didn't. Yeah, he knew.
he didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
This is on him to fix. This is on him because that is his wife. He is the mediator between these two,
It's true.
the family and his family. Like, he married someone. He now belongs to that family. He should have either declined the photos or mediated in some way to understand that OP's wife could have been a part of it or not, whatever. Like, something should have happened there on the husband's part.
I feel like these family photos are probably one of those super awkward ones where they're all like laying on top of each other.
Like the ones where they take awkward on purpose.
Yes.
But those were
it's not on purpose. It's just awkward.
Those were OP's poses, not the photographer.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Okay, let's dive into the update in the comments from
Okay.
OP. What up, Elise? Hopping in to say, hey, meetings all day until 5. Boo. Tater is obsessed, by the way, with the Diet Coke stuff. The brush and the clippies. Here's the update from comments and update in the comments from OP. I don't know how to C&P previous comments. Ted wanted me at this event. My mom, who also doesn't like Jeanette, flew in for this too. I don't like the way she treats my son, and I don't like how she talks to me. Every time we've been around her and her family, it has devolved into screaming, except twice. Them screaming at each other, her screaming at my son, her mother screaming at my daughter. She didn't like that when we would invite her places with us, we weren't sending to her individually. We first started just telling Ted, but telling Ted to include her. So then we would tell her in a group text, and she didn't like that either. Then we'd send it to her alone, and she said she didn't get it. We went back to group text. She didn't like it. We figured out that she doesn't want to go where she's outnumbered. She won't go to our stuff like cookouts or birthday parties or cotillions. She was invited to Penny's, but not Daisy's. But then when we wanted to do a side quest like an escape room or Topgolf and we pay, then she's ready to go, and she got the text just fine then. Ted has a son from a previous relationship, and she went off on me because I invited his son and his mother over to our house because my mom was in town and she wanted to come too. The mother and Jeanette don't get along, and I didn't want to ambush the mother with Jeanette. I didn't want their argument at my house. This was my house, not at a Chuck E. Cheese. I could see Jeanette's point if it was a public place, but it wasn't. I didn't invite Ted either, but my mom did, so he came anyway. I'm not a keep the peace kind of person. I've done a lot going along to get along, and I'm kind of over it. I feel like if I don't need to be there, I won't be, except this vow renewal. My place was to show up dressed in theme, smile for the pictures, and go home. Maybe even dance a little. My husband didn't want to go, so he didn't. Ted knew he wasn't going the entire time. They were planning, and we still gave him the money because Ted asked. Regarding Daisy's senior pictures, I was dismissive of her in that distance. I'm not like that everywhere else in life. Like in every family, there's give and take. I like taking coordinating outfit pictures. My family knows this, so they let me have it. But they do have limitations. They don't like wearing the exact same outfit. I respect that boundary. For the family pics, everyone had different styles of t-shirts and different cut of jeans. For Penny's cotillion, we all wore black, so she'd pop. For Daisy's cotillion, we all wore blue because that's her favorite color. The pictures we took before Ted graduated, we were all wearing mint green and or white. Those were not his senior pictures, by the way. It was for a different event at our church. I saw that in another comment. For Daisy's decision day at school, we bought her college t-shirt that said XX State Mom and XS State Dad. We also do plenty of stuff where we just get dressed and go. Good example of my give when it comes to my daughters is that they both have a cat, and my husband and I are allergic to them. As long as the cats don't go in our room or lie on food surfaces, we're okay. My daughters love their cats, so we make adjustments so we don't have reactions. That's it from OP. Do y'all feel much better about her now?
I don't feel like I hate her.
Do you feel better about her after that?
I feel like maybe the daughter-in-law is an asshole.
I feel like maybe the daughter-in-law is an asshole, which doesn't make mom not an asshole.
No, I still think but she also said, yeah, I did infiltrate her senior pictures and I shouldn't have done that. Like, she did say that. She did like chime in a little bit on that part of it. I feel like
Thanks,
the daughter-in-law, and like we always see the mother-in-law and the mother-in-law is the asshole, but sometimes it's the fucking daughter-in-law. And like, we have to acknowledge that. And in this instance, the fact that the entire family doesn't like her, and the fact that they are like screaming at each other when the two families get together, like, and they don't have that in their normal get-togethers, like, that says a lot to me. Like, that she's able to be cordial with his
toxic combinations,
with his first child's mother, her grandchild's mother. She's cordial with her. She invites her over. Like, that says to me that she's not incapable of acknowledging as someone who was with her son or whatever. Like, I don't know. She didn't give me red flag vibes in her update. She obviously gave me a little bit of that in the first one. So and maybe I'm being naive, but daughter-in-law sounds like ASCON 1 to me. Sounds like a controlling, like,
she doesn't
drama enticed person. Like, she loves the drama, and nobody wants to be around that. Nobody. The only thing you can do is remove yourself from that.
You may have a point here, Elise. We entirely may have an unreliable narrator as well. Remember,
but we only get one side of the story,
I know, but
and we have to make judgment on the side of the story that we get.
But the account that we're getting is from her. So yes, we only have this information. So she's as bad as she says that she is. It's an ESA.
There's a reason the son didn't tell her for a month.
I agree.
So the explosion that might have happened that he was trying to prevent, like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe not every mother-in-law is evil.
Sure.
And sometimes it is the daughter-in-law.
I completely understand it.
And agree. I'm going with that narrative for this story because given the information that's been provided, that's my consensus.
I understand. And this specific question is, am I the astronaut for taking family pictures without my son's wife? No, not for taking pictures without your son's wife. Probably for hijacking that and for a lot of other things.
I 100% agree with that.
Mother that I...
So it would be an ESH with the daughter-in-law sucking the worst.
It'd be an ESH in the overall dynamic, but for taking family pictures without her, it's probably an NTA. Oh, Tony's getting ready to punch in here.
Oh, do we have another update?
Well, I don't know how deep you want to go into this and if you want to keep going with this, but there are several more very long, lengthy comments that provide more context, but I have to...
Well, just tell us... Does it provide context?
Give us the TLDR.
The daughter-in-law is the problem.
Jeanette and Ted. Well, one of them is Jeanette and Ted have a toxic relationship. This isn't 100% on Jeanette. The summer,
okay.
They've split up before. He's moved back home. He's told us the relationship.
Marriage, she said.
Third ceremony, not marriage.
So yeah, they've had a toxic relationship. Also, I think in regards to the photos, it's not necessarily a photographer. It looks like it's kind of like a setup that where you can move to different stations or something in a thing. I don't know. So like it's like a studio kind of, and there's multiple photographers, and you just kind of like move through the thing. And I think it is somewhat assisted too by
I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, it is probably a session. Like you booked a session.
Yeah, it's something to do with that.
I'm hung up on that because that is irritating. But still, yeah, on overall ESH. But in the specific question that she's asking, is she an astronaut for taking family pictures without her son's wife? No, your son's the asshole for not telling her sooner.
So like she's explaining the timing when they're there. She's like, they were like, you would take a photo with a photographer with a background in a setting, and then like they would all take pictures with her in her graduation stuff, and then move to the next one, and then like there were all other multiple families there at these different things too, I guess. So
it's like a photography assembly line.
Okay.
So but she does say that she did hijack the senior pictures, Daisy's senior pictures. So she is saying that she
acknowledges her mistake.
She acknowledges that she did that, and she said she accepts that she's an asshole for not inviting Jeanette.
Okay.
So
see, she's reasonable. She's reasonable.
She's realizing her
she's
problems.
Reasonable. I'm with all of it combined, I'm feeling like son is in a toxic relationship, them together. So they're the assholes for staying in this relationship
Son
that's creating
and Jeanette.
Yeah, this toxicity. Yeah. I do think 3 ceremonies in 4 years is a lot. But to each their own. And
we recommit every year. And then in the fourth quarter of that year, we stray.
So I'm gonna go mother-in-law, like between 3 and 4, and daughter-in-law between 1 and 2.
Okay. So ESH.
Everybody sucks.
Everybody sucks at different levels. I would say the person who sucks the most out of everybody here is probably the son.
I would agree because he knows what he's in, and
He's escalating the problems between OP and Jeanette.
I can't imagine a situation where like in-laws or like two families get together and it just ends in a screaming match. Like, can you imagine how you would feel walking into
would
that
be
like
so
freaking
uncomfortable.
BBQ? Yeah, my skin would be like, I would be uncomfortable in my own skin. I would be like just waiting for the fucking shoe to drop.
I would rather hang wallpaper.
Which you did.
Basically says that they're just a really toxic couple.
Yeah, toxic. Well, yeah.
She's not putting that all on Janae either.
Oh, okay. See,
Toxic
that's more
combination.
reasonable. That she's reasonable. She knows she's wrong. She knows her son is not perfect. That to me does not scream crazy mother-in-law. Vanishing asshole. There you go. She was an asshole. Now maybe she's not. Smidgy. A little smidgy.
Little smidge of an asshole. She's a little asslet.
Yeah, smidge hole.
Smidge hole. Wow.
Good cleaning, she'll be fine.
You know how they have different classifications of belly buttons? You got like an innie or an outie.
Mm-hmm.
We got to figure out something for like that for assholes.
A smidge hole.
It's a smudge hole.
She could. John, she could wipe.
She could wipe.
Then she'd be fine.
A little bit. Okay, so we've got technically an ESH here, complicated situation. Toxic combination is what creates the issues. But look, I have been in a situation before where I was in a toxic relationship, and that person and my mother did not get along,
Yes.
and it was very, very difficult. And all the family events that I went to without her.
Yeah.
It's complicated. It sucks. He should get out of that.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. All right.
He might get water dumped on his face.
It might happen. A hemorrhoid.
Cass said skid mark territory.
Oh, yeah.
Hemorrhoid Pokemon. There you go.
Yep. Cornwall, thanks so much for the jam and appreciate that.
The vanishing asshole is a hemorrhoid.
We still need to get those animations done. Ghost Girl, Tiffany Langley, thanks so much for the rose and the heart me and the go popular. Myra Catalina with the go popular and the heart me. Emmy Castro with the finger hearts and the heart me. Holly,
smudgy.
Amanda, Izzy Bear,
love
KJB, Shinrioda, Jenny with the ice cream cone and the hot dog with a whole bunch more stuff. The Precious, Jonas Lee, author, Meg's World, Caitlin Pelletier, Arts, D's Adventures, Adriana, Kitty Cat Queen, Bree, Minions Den. Thank you so much for the love. Holy smokes, BBQ.
Nancy said
Man, barbecue
a
sounds
smudgy.
A smudgy.
I like it.
Little dingleberry.
Brenna, yeah, that makes sense. COVID with multiple ceremonies and
possible.
I
Yeah.
understand for sure.
A hemorrhoid animation, Caitlin?
But they did have their courthouse ceremony, and then they did have another wedding, and now this is a vow renewal, which I'm guessing is because they broke up and got back together, right? That's what it
I would
sounds like
assume so.
based on comments to me.
Now, are vowel renewals vowel renewals?
Not vowel.
It's like oh.
Not to be confused with bowel renewals.
That's a vowel renewal. Are vow renewals always because somebody fucked up?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just recommitting.
Okay.
Or just, I don't know.
My grandparents.
You do you.
Well, my dad's dad and my step grandma, they renewed their vows like later in life, and I never really understood what the point was.
I think just to
It's like
recommit and just
beginning
to
a new
have
era in your relationship.
love Candy. She terrifies me. That's because I'm a toxic dog mom. I should terrify you.
She terrifies you. It's a recommitment.
As a dog on a skateboard, I would be scared too. Sure.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Bowel renewal. There you go, Jonathan.
I love it. Vanishing assholes and bowel renewal.
Okay, it can be. I still choose you.
Yeah, I think that's nice that your grandparents did that. Like, I think that means something. I don't know.
I mean, I went. I
Yeah.
know that. That's really all I understand about it. Just to recommit and show everybody how much you still love each other. Another reason for a party. Got it. Yeah. Okay. All
I
right.
just want to get dressed up.
All right, let's pivot real quick into our next story. Hey, Pug Mom, thanks so much for the lightning bolts. Holy smokes, baby Q. Did you see who was the chef dude who had fins? Chef Clark? He opened a little barbecue joint on Broadway. I'm like, yes, please. Yeah. That needs to be lunch. Like, ASAP. I'm down. I'm down for some tasty BBQ. I'm cooking steaks tonight, though. I thought about this last night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to cook steaks when we get home. I'm doing it. It's like, you cook dinner for your family. Steaks. That's all I can cook. That's why. All right, let's dive into our next story here. This next one is, am I the astronaut for not dismantling a trampoline? Holy context, Batman. Am I the astronaut for not dismantling a trampoline? So it's my twins' girl's birthday soon. Wife and I decided to get them a new trampoline as they're too big for their current one. I sent her a link. She okayed it. Even went into the garden with a measuring tape to check the size. It arrives, and I'm a few hours into assembling it. About halfway, I hoped. It's not till then that my wife decides it's too big and has to be returned. I'm already in a bad mood from wrestling this thing for 4 hours. So I tell her, fine, if you don't want it, you return it yourself. She then continues to nag me to dismantle it, but I hold firm. Then the next evening, she tells me she's asked one of my friends to come around to dismantle it. I thought she was bluffing, but I messaged the guy and he was about to come over. I explained the situation and he dropped out, which led to another argument with the wife. But of course, her threatening divorce, me calling her a B. Am I the astronaut? Yeah, I know I could just dismantle the trampoline, even though I know trying to return it would be an absolute nightmare. I think dragging one of my friends into this was very low and a massive B move, though. Top comment, YTA, you told her it's her responsibility to get rid of the thing. She arranged for it. None of your business if she does it herself or asks a friend to help or hires a worker to do it. If she's doing it, she can do it her own way, even if it involves a proxy. And you interfered with her plan and prevented her from getting rid of the trampoline. This is controlling asshole behavior. You do not get to dictate that she must with her own two hands dismantle the trampoline. You're not her father or her prisoner with benefits owner, prisoner with a job owner. You only get to decide if you're going to participate or not. Huge asshole. Oh, and if you're embarrassed that your buddy had to come over, you should be. Your wife shouldn't need to call a friend to help with things you're refusing to help with, but if you're going to refuse to help, why are you surprised she's finding someone else to do it? Edit. Holy shit, you guys are harsh, but I appreciate the advice. I'm going to go and dismantle the damn trampoline. My kids are great. Thanks for the concern. I don't think anybody needs therapy or counseling yet. Maybe one day. I'll try to warn my kids the dangers of trampolines too. Oh, commenters must have gone off about the dangers of trampolines.
I want to know if the fight occurred right after he had been like putting the trampoline together.
Had it halfway.
That's why the fight was so toxic.
Sure
He's
was.
already like triggered to ASCON 2 at that point from putting this together.
Yeah.
And so he went straight to ASCON 1 because he's already pissed off. And then they went into an argument and no, you should not call your wife a bitch. That's super degrading and like, don't do that. The putting together the trampoline is like, I don't know. It's
plot twist. He wasn't doing it right. And wasn't staggering the springs, and he just did like one half and all like one right next to each other. So he was going to have to undo it either way. I'm kidding. I'm not saying that's the case, but entirely possible.
I've never put together a trampoline, but I've seen you put together like 2 or 3. And I know the mental and physical anguish that it causes. Like it's just it's a shitty situation. It's not easy, and
it's just time consuming.
Yeah, and I think getting through halfway through one and then being told to take it apart would probably the fight should have waited, I guess is what I'm saying, because that's not like a moment where you want to pick a fight in a marriage.
Burn. It's just a metal frame. Like
the thing would just yeah. I'm not excusing him calling her a bitch. I don't think that's fair. What did she say to him?
She told him, well, she waited. She went out and measured it. And then
he said
he actually started putting it together. And then she said,
I think
it was too big and it had to be sent back.
I don't want to call this a toxic relationship. This was from one, he took responsibility in his edit. Two, she threatened to divorce him. He called her a bitch. Like, I mean, it isn't
That's pretty toxic.
It isn't but hold on. It isn't a project in a marriage unless somebody's threatening divorce.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
We don't threaten divorce.
No, we don't. And we've made it through this bathroom remodel by just being very stoic while we work. And
Put your head down and get shit done.
exactly. Because if we start talking to each other, we know, like, it's already frustrating doing stuff like this. And then if you're going to fight right at the peak of frustration, I don't think that's going to end well for anyone. I don't think that means that this is a toxic relationship. I think this was already a frustrating moment for husband and wife. So I'm not saying that what either of them, she should not have threatened divorce. He should not have called her a bitch. Do you agree with her? Like, he told her to dismantle it. She called someone else. Do you think that's an appropriate response?
Yeah. I mean, look, from his point of view here, like, she called one of his/their friends and asked him to come dismantle it, which makes him look like an ass, but didn't tell him the whole story about why it needs dismantled. And that's why he called to clear his name. That was a pride issue. And that's it.
No, I agree with that.
He was calling to clear his name. I think he was an asshole for not saying, fine, I'll do it. But look, here's the thing. Like, yeah, he was halfway through doing it and they measured, they checked everything first. Returning a trampoline is going to be a giant pain in the dick.
And really it's like you're sacrificing what, 2 feet, 4 feet? Like, at that point, just keep the fucking trampoline. Like, that's the part I'm like most confused on.
That's what I'm saying. Like you probably should just keep it. But if it needs to be returned, it needs to be returned, and it sucks. But the amount of pain he has chosen right now to go through this process, he has chosen more pain and turmoil than it would have been to dismantle the fucking trampoline.
Right. And she wanted something different. Like, whatever. This is a marriage thing. In my opinion, threatening to divorce him, like, to me personally, that would be like, that would destroy me. Like, as someone, like, I'm super sensitive to like abandonment, and like that personally would make me like that would be so hard for me to overcome. And I know like you feel the same way.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that to me is not like something that we should take lightly, because if you throw that around in an argument, like, you're already throwing that around in your head before the argument.
And they're saying things that they don't mean.
Exactly. And at that point, like, calling her like a bitch, like, one, I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying like this escalated to a point that it shouldn't have because of when it happened. If this is a all the time thing, then you're in a toxic relationship. If this is a single fight, which we don't have access to that information, then it escalated situationally. But you guys need to take, like, be more mindful of, like, you're going to fight in a marriage. That is going to happen. You're going to have arguments. But like, learn to fight better, I guess. Like, learn to fight, you know what I mean? Like, fight. What's the word I'm like?
Effective, like, fight productively.
Productively.
Right?
Fight towards a solution, not fight each other.
Instead of just fighting for the jugular, which is what they're doing, right? They're just they're just fighting with venom just to see who can inflict the most damage.
And that's when you need to set the timer and walk away and like collect your feelings and your thoughts. Because when you're fighting like this, this hurts your relationship way more than the actual event. When you fight like this, it does so much damage to a relationship. And like, speaking from experience, like, we've had toxic fights, and I'm not going to say that we haven't. Those were in the very beginning of our relationship. But they do a lot more damage. And I feel like fights like this can lead to ending a marriage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
And if this isn't how they want to proceed, then you guys need to take steps to make sure that fights don't escalate to this bad. Because this isn't, like, those words that you said to each other are not something you can take back, and that lives rent-free in your spouse's head.
Agreed. And I feel like it's an ESH.
Yeah, I agree, because I don't think that what they did to each other was not okay.
It was like pretty much at every step, you both chose wrong. If she walked out, saw you putting it together, and was like, "Oh, it's going to be too big." The conversation should have been different. Understanding that you're halfway through putting it together, and that returning it at this point is going to cause a lot of pain. So approaching it more gingerly, right?
Yeah.
You'll respond. Yeah. Every single decision should have been done differently. Which again goes back to fight more effectively,
Right.
more productively. And this probably does show its head or show its face, rear its ugly head, show its face. What is it saying? In other
Don't
areas
ask
as well.
me.
I'm sure there's some of this toxic, venomous fighting going on in other areas, which is problematic. So,
And I also feel like if you're going to buy a trampoline, you should definitely like lay out the measuring tape and walk the distance to make sure it's what you want, because those are a bitch to put together. Speaking from not experience.
speaking from witnessing someone do it.
So I saw the toll it took on him, and I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, I did it when it was like 1,000 degrees outside too. That's,
But I can't stop him once he starts something. Like there's just that would
Yes,
lead
you
to a
can.
toxic situation.
I will say this, and I think I've mentioned this before, but for those replacing a trampoline, there's a hack. Keeping the bounce mat from the old trampoline and putting it under the new one and staking it down is like a weed barrier. Mm-hmm. I did it with the one that we just recently replaced, because the old one got picked up by very strong storm winds. Picked up, ripped the anchors out of the ground, over the fence, turned it upside down, and rammed it into the ground. So it was cooked.
Right. And we have trampolines. We have had 3 girls, Navy included, running through gymnastics.
We've had like 5 trampolines.
And 2 have been destroyed by weather, which were staked down with like the huge trampoline
Yeah.
stakes.
Well, this
one destroyed
one-
our fence.
Yeah, one did. This is the first time I've used the gigantic like corkscrew stakes in the one that we just installed, and about burn up 2 drills getting those in the ground too. They were smoking. It was not good. Anyway, this is an ESH. Learn to fight more productively. You both need to be more understanding of each other, and putting trampolines together sucks.
And I think you should revisit your therapy statement, because if you're jumping to divorce and calling names, that's a big escalation and not going to lead to things that are healthy in a relationship.
2 comments I got to read here. Doodles Dragon. Someone I know got the hook of a spring jumped up inside his nose when taking one down. Well, yeah, because you have to like hook them, and then that's my forearm is sore for like 3 days.
In his nose?
That's terrible. Shinryota says in Bama, post-tornado trampolines on the street were free after a couple of days. You just come pick them up. Well, they could have traveled miles. I mean, because like they just look like flying saucers.
Our last trampoline, I was like, just leave it. Just leave it.
Oh, in the woods.
I was like, let's just throw it in the...
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
And then you were like, I can't leave it. And I was like,
we're
taking
gonna have
it.
to stare at it forever. I'm not gonna freaking leave it there. And no way.
The random little room behind me is a sound booth. Used to be a sauna, but it's been repurposed into a sound booth.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's-
it used to be a trampoline.
That's where I do all of the voiceovers for commercials and like
That's
audiobooks
crazy,
and stuff.
spooky babe. Top of a tree and then fell out.
You know, thought about that, Nikki, digging it in the ground. But we get
We have
a
so
lot
many
of
snakes.
we have a ton of snakes, but also like our area floods. And it would just become a swamp pit super fast. But we have like a resist area with stone that I was looking at putting in it. It just wasn't the right size for it. So yeah. Sauna sound booth. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Okay, let's go ahead. And
All right, let's go ahead and pivot over to the next story here. 3:48. We only have I gotta step on the gas here. Sandy, Ray, Carlita, Vicky, Pug Mom, Holy Smokes, Baby Q, Vizmaris. Holy smokes again, Jenny with the ice cream cone and the hot dog, sending all the stuff through. Thanks so much. Tiffany Langley, Ghost Girl, Myra Catalina, Emmy Castro. Thanks so much for the love. Casey Weather is correct, Ray. It is. It really, really, really is. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. Every time someone comes up, they're going to be like, where'd that trampoline in the woods come from? We're going to have like deer and wild turkeys using it. Chuck with the Keymaster. Super cool one. Saw it. Thank you. All right, let's dive into our next one. I will read quickly. Am I the astronaut for refusing to pay for a rug my friend's dog ruined at the cabin I rented, even though everyone is blaming me now? Last month, I planned a weekend getaway with 6 other people, all 28 female, to a rental cabin. I found the location, reserved it as myself, and paid them all the money via Venmo prior to the journey. There were rules that the owner mentioned in the group chat, which I was very clear about. No pets inside, shoes off at the door, no candles. My friend Emily called me at last minute to see if she could bring her dog as she had her sitter cancel. I said, no, because there were no pets listed on the website and I did not want to lose my deposit. She said she's fine and that she would take the dog with her mom. She went to the cabin with the dog. I was mad about it, but didn't want to argue in front of others, so I just told her to leave the dog in her room and not in the common areas. She agreed. The second night, we played cards and we were all downstairs and I heard a crash. Emily's dog had made it into the living room, knocked over a side table, and vomited on the cream-colored area rug. Emily claims she must not have shut the door all the way. The rug was ruined, and nothing could be done to repair it, except to have it stained properly. At checkout, the owner took $200 from my card for replacing the rugs, as it was booked in my name. I told Emily that the rug was for her, that was for her dog, and since it was her dog, she had to pay me back for that $200. She responded, "It is going to be a rug. Don't make a big deal out of it. I already feel bad enough." She gave me $50 and told me that's fair because we were all there together. Now, some of them have said I should just throw the other $100 away because I'm well off and Emily is in a rough patch financially. One friend even said that I should not have allowed her to bring the dog in. It's my fault for not physically stopping her. I feel in this place I'm not doing anything wrong. I told her no pets. She brought the dog anyway. Her dog did the damage and I had to pay the bill. It was my name that was on it. I don't know why I have to cover the bill for any of that because I booked the place. Am I the astronaut to ask Emily for the full $200 rather than letting it pass?
100% NTA. What? Emily's like, well, it's just a rug.
I don't agree with that amount. Here's 50. Like, okay, but I got charged 200.
Like
You want to talk to the owner of the rental place because they're the person who decided the amount, not me.
Yeah, NTA. 100%.
Unfortunately, legally, you're on the hook for it. Legally, there's not a damn thing you can do to force her to pay the $200 that she owes you, and she does owe you that $200.
I like how your friends are like, well, you let her bring the dog in. It's like, if he had physically stopped her from entering the cabin, the friends would have been like, well, it's just a dog. Don't
yeah,
like,
oh my God, why are you attacking her?
Don't listen to the peanut gallery. Like, they're going to say what they're going to say no matter how you handle the situation. But no, you are not the asshole for asking for the full $200. She brought the dog. You told her no dogs. The dog made the mess. That is her responsibility.
Do you think maybe she's in the position that she's in is because she makes terrible decisions? Like, no, there cannot be dogs here. Shows up with the dog.
This would be a friendship ending situation because one, the way she's handling it, like no accountability whatsoever. Two, like if this is how you're going to treat our friendship and act just because I have money and can't afford this, like that doesn't mean that it's not your responsibility. Like you've shown me multiple red flags that I don't want to be friends with you, or at least like you're put on probation. You don't get to come places because you can't be trusted. Like,
yep.
Boo-hoo, Emily.
Sorry, I'm not going to be taken advantage of again. Right?
Yeah, I'm like, if you're going to cost me $200 every time we hang out, no, thank you.
Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on me. I will not let it happen 100%. Again.
No, I agree, and I don't. Your friends don't need to chime in. It's not their money. This is between you and Emily.
She's lucky it was only $200.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't more. Like
rugs are expensive.
Rugs are ridiculous. But also, I'm like, if a inexperience when dogs vomit, especially a bile vomit, yeah, that shit does not come out. There's no cleaning that up. There's no getting that out of a rug sometimes. I haven't found a cleaner that will take care of that. So, if you do have
maybe the one we just got to clean the trim in the bathroom before painting it.
It like eats a hole in the rug. You're like, see?
I think it's called Kaboom. And then there's like there's a TSP one that's like a powder. Anyway, speaking of dogs, I do have this really cute story from this morning. I took Sunny out, but there's a service that comes by once a week and assists with poop scooping for the dog because these dogs poop an incredible amount. And and it's like $15. It's highly recommend if there's one in your area and you have multiple dogs. She was out there, so Sunny comes out and immediately starts barking, but their barking has been insane during this construction project. So they bark collars that just beep and vibrate on them. They do not shock; they just beep and then shake lightly. So she did that, and it beeped because Sunny saw her and was like, "Stranger, stranger, stranger," and did it like 4 times, which was hilarious. But then I got her to come to me, and I walked over and I introduced her, and Sunny let her love on her, and then was just like so excited to meet a stranger. When she gets excited, gets the zoomies. Mm-hmm. So she just full speed just ran in circles around the two of us for like 5 minutes straight. Aww. She's just so excited, but she just full speed will just run. And then I couldn't get her back inside. She's like, I'm going to hang out with my new friend.
I poured my Diet Coke this morning, and then I accidentally knocked it over, the whole Diet Coke, all the ice, like everything. And she's like, she loves ice, like obsessed with ice. If she hears ice, she will come sit pretty and just sit there and wait for you to give her an ice cube. And so she's like, ice. And I'm like, you can't have this ice. Don't touch it. It's diseased with Diet Coke. Don't drink it. And so keeps trying to get in to get the ice. And so there's still a cooler from where I went to Whitewater yesterday. And so I'm like chucking ice from the cooler that isn't tainted by Diet Coke at her. And so I was like, I told Dusty that it was like a video game where it was like she was the villain that kept coming back, and I would have to toss ice at her to get her to go away. And
so you could accomplish the actual mission.
Yes, of cleaning up this Diet Coke that went from like one end of the kitchen to the yes, it was crazy. But she thought it was a game to come back and get her ice, and I'm like, she's so fun. I love puppies.
Yeah, but she's in her super high energy and I'm going to chew on everything phase.
Right.
She's teething, right? So she's just chewing on everything. Okay, so this was an absolute NTA. We'll go with that, and then we'll pivot over. We can get one more story in here. I will read quickly. Was that the boss battle music? Yeah. All right, final story time. What kind of it? She's a doodle. She's a golden doodle, but she's a, what is it called? Multicolored golden doodle. Yeah, she's like cookies and cream color. Yeah. That's why her name's Sunday. Also Sunny and Luna. All right, here we go. Final story of the public portion of this live. We'll flip over to VIP after this one. Am I the astronaut for refusing to call my niece by her first name? My 21 female, sister-in-law 29 female, had her first daughter 2 months ago. I'm currently living with my brother 25 male and his new little family, both to help with the baby and because of our other personal reasons. To put it as simply as I can, and because this is important context for our fight, I will explain. Our family died in a car crash when we were young, including our parents and 2 older siblings. We were then separated in foster care for 5 years before he was able to gain custody of me. I had a horrible time in foster care, but that's not really related. It's a long way of saying that we are very close now because we are all we have left. I guess until now, that is, since he has a new wife and baby. I love my niece dearly. I spend a lot of time with her. I love my sister-in-law too. She's become a real sister to me, even though she does not replace the one I lost. They elected not to find out the gender until she was born, but they both said they strongly felt it was a girl, and they were right. I'm not going to dox an infant on Reddit, so I'll just say the name that they chose was very difficult for me to come to terms with. They decided to honor my sister by giving the baby her name. Her middle name is my sister-in-law's mother's name. So for 2 months, I've been referring to the baby by her middle name. My brother-in-law and my brother and sister-in-law aren't especially happy with this. They let me do it, but very begrudgingly. My brother says they picked her name for a reason. Still, I flinch every time I hear them call her that. It's all still too raw, and I don't know why. She's not my sister. She can never replace her. Why does she deserve that name? I'm making this post because last night my sister-in-law and I were putting the baby to bed when she began to basically beg me to call her by her real name. She said I was being avoidant. I said I like her middle name better. She dropped it, but I can tell she's still upset. Am I the astronaut?
Man, that's hard.
So so it was the name of their sister who died in a car accident earlier on in life, but OP like can't say it out loud, basically. Now, I understand that being difficult, but they gave her that name to honor her.
Yeah.
But the comment about how does she deserve that name?
Yeah, that's
that was a twist.
That line specifically makes me think, and sister-in-law's right, like being avoidant. It does make me think that OP needs therapy, and like you're not, like you need to work on healing and moving forward, and like not putting what you're feeling on this baby, because like that can really harm your relationship in the future with your niece. And
it's going to confuse her.
Speaking of
in
like
these formative stages.
Yeah. And she is saying that this is the only family she has. And like this, for that reason alone, that would be something like, I can't speak to how OP feels. I have not been in that situation, but the thought of like harming that relationship would make me want to go to therapy so that I could work through what I'm feeling because of this name.
Yeah. And I mean, with what you
It's
both
really
have
sad.
been through, you should be, I mean, you need therapy anyway.
Right.
So the comments say a couple of things. A lot of people are saying that like she needs to not make it about her, and that, you know, counseling is another one that pops up. And then one comment is also that the phrasing is odd, because you said your sister-in-law had their first daughter. You said, but your brother had a daughter and named it for his sister. You're not the only one who suffered a loss as well.
Yeah. And
Which she comes back with saying she was closer with her sister than her brother was and all of that. But I don't know that that should be like I was closer than they were. Like, it's still, that's his way of honoring like what he lost as well too.
Oh, so maybe you think
so-
OP wanted to name her baby after her sister?
maybe,
future?
maybe.
She
But,
said,
Shinryoda, to your comment here saying it's too soon, this was 12 years ago-ish when their accident happened, because she was stuck in foster care for 5 years until her brother could adopt her, and he's 25 now. So he would have been 18 when he could adopt her, right? So so it's been a minute.
she said she was closer to, he said, I was close, or she says, I was closer to our sister than she was. She was a maternal figure to me because our mother was constantly too busy for me. He got preferential treatment from our mother, so I had to seek care for my eldest sister.
It's possible. But look, here's the deal. It's the kid's name. You're not going to change that.
Right.
You could come up with a nickname. Like, I mean, most kids are going to end up getting nicknames from their aunts and uncles anyway, right? So come up with a nickname if you're still bothered by it, but you're not going to change this kid's name, and referring to her as her middle name will only confuse her more so than a nickname would, right?
Right.
I mean, Navy's got 100 different nicknames.
Do you think that they, Becca says, my daughter has my late sister's name as a middle name, but I checked family's comfort first. Do you think that they
Thought
should
about
have
that.
done that?
I have a feeling that they talked about it ahead of time, and maybe she didn't raise a warning flag then, and now just can't, because they didn't find out the sex until
that's right.
until
Okay.
then. But they probably talked about names, and probably talked about wanting to use that name, but it was just a possibility at that point, not a for sure
Yeah,
thing. So she didn't
that
have
makes
to
sense.
face that reality until now. I think eventually this is something you're going to have to come to terms with. There are a lot of things that you're eventually going to have to come to terms with, but I strongly feel like anybody who goes through something of that magnitude, like your entire family, like I would think of therapy as a utility at this point, right? That's something you're just going to need for the rest of your life, like electricity, like just it's.
Well, it's like having a long-term, like something from the wreck, like happening, and like you would need to visit a doctor long-term, like the same thing. I look at it as the same way as I do any kind of like physical ailment.
Yeah.
Like this is long-term care that's going to be needed, probably for the rest of your life, because this is an incredibly traumatic, extensive, like, like it's very sad. I don't think anyone's an asshole, not right now anyways, but I do think you need to figure out a path forward, so that nobody harms the relationship.
Yeah. So, okay, you're saying the specific question is, am I the astronaut for refusing to call my niece by her first name? You think it's an NTA?
No. In AH.
No assholes here.
I don't think you're an
Okay.
asshole yet. But you've been made aware that it is very much bothering your sister-in-law. How you proceed now, I feel like will determine, like, you have the information at hand that you need to move forward in a way that doesn't harm the relationship. Ball's in your court, OP, and I think you need to take that seriously.
Yeah.
For your sake and the family's sake.
Agreed. No assholes here.
But this is, I mean, I probably say that because this is like
It's complicated.
very sad. Like, it makes me uncomfortable, sad. So,
Yeah. I mean, it's impossible to relate to someone who's been
Exactly.
through something of this magnitude, right? Like you're living your own
yeah,
version of things that no one else can really understand except for your sibling
therapy.
who has also gone through it. So yes,
Therapy.
yeah, definitely therapy, but that is her name. So work toward it. And I the one big warning flare that I have for you, OP, is don't let that name create a gap in the relationship between you and your new niece where you like don't bond with her because of her name. That would be the most harmful thing you could do for both of you.
Right. And she didn't pick her name.
No.
Like, that's why I say this situation is very sad, because I feel like it's going to create, like you said, that barrier between bonding with your niece, and that's the part that makes this like even more sad than it already is.
Yeah. And Nikki, I think they did talk about it ahead of time. She doesn't explicitly say that, but because they didn't find out the sex until the baby was born, it would have just been a possibility and wouldn't have been like a for sure thing until right then.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, this would be the kind of thing you definitely want to have some conversations about. Okay, let me get some catch up done here, and then we'll flip to the VIP version of the show here. Sahasrala with the Go Popular, Vicky with the Heart Puff, Sahasrala again with the Heart Me, Just Ray, Courtney Knox, Born Chaotic, I Am That Queen, Chuck with the Keymaster, thanks so much, Sandy JC, Rhea again, Carlita, Vicky, Pugmom with the Hundo Lightning Bolts, thank you so much, greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. For the public portion, we're going to flip over to the VIP portion. Reminder, the next stream that we're going to have will actually be Monday night. Sunday night is Tater's birthday dinner up in Kansas City. So we'll see you Monday night. VIPs, we'll see you here shortly. Bye, guys.